Hi, I'm Ilka Oster.
And I'm Jo Drennan. Welcome back to our relationship series.
And today we're talking about change.
And do we really want to make change in our relationships?
I know early on in my relationship, going back a while now, I know I wanted to be right more than wanting change.
Yes, sometimes it's much more important to be right than to want change for an improved relationship and an improved sense of self.
And Jo, you had a bit of experience with going to counsellors when you were trying to get over problems in your relationship.
Yeah.
And how was that for you in relation to this wanting to be right?
Yes, to be right and to be validated by the other person. I think often well, for me perhaps, choosing counselling, even then, perhaps wasn't so much about desiring change, but having the counsellor tell my spouse that yes, I'm right and he's wrong. Great to have a third person to see the truth.
Yeah, and how did that turn out for you?
Not so great. My huge challenge was expressing emotion.
Okay. So were you given exercises to do that? How did it work?
I do recall. So when we talk about validation and out there, in there's popular beliefs out there that our partners should validate us. And by that, like, I express myself and they recall
communicate back to you.
Yeah, what I have said and accept me for it. And well, we don't agree with that take on validation.
Yeah, I mean it does work, but not when you're coming from a place of you want to be right.
Or requiring that of an outside person. If our only form of validation of self-worth is that of someone outside of us, well, when that person goes away, what then do we have left?
Yeah, and I think it comes from this popular belief that we're weak as babies, but that's actually not true either. Like, babies can self-soothe. There's been plenty of research to show that. And of course, yes, they need to be looked after, but they also can spend time away, not looking at us, not focused on us, and learning to be themselves. And as we grow up, it's moving more and more into being yourself as opposed to seeking validation to be yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Outside of us.
Yes. And what an example for me was I wanted my husband to validate that someone had hurt me. And I, being a real victim, and then asking him to basically share that victimhood with me. And when he didn't do that, I would get angry.
Can you tell us what the situation was?
Well, it's a particular person I believe they were picking on me, and I wanted him to stand up for me. And when he didn't, I would get angry about that. But of course, I wasn't standing up for myself, was I? So, and I wasn't giving myself any acknowledgement for what I was going through. I was just always reaching out to him. So I wasn't learning to acknowledge my own feelings.
So the first step you made was to blame your husband rather than look at yourself.
Yeah, definitely. But when you stop doing that and start taking responsibility, then you can look inside and start to acknowledge that you are hurt. But then as soon as you acknowledge that, of course, you can shift past it. And, there are other tools. I use tapping as a tool. You can use tools to help you to shift emotion out of the body so that you can actually be coming from an untriggered place, be coming from a place of self-responsibility.
Yes, and the first step is definitely awareness, or the willingness to be aware.
Yeah.
And then pause. Before you go into attack mode, pause and acknowledge the feelings within you.
And do you know what, Jo? I worked out that sometimes I'm not right.
Shock horror.
But you're always right for who you are. You're always right for acknowledging your own feelings. You could never be wrong in that. But when you're blaming somebody else, you're normally not heading down the right track doing that. Not heading anywhere that's going to be of value anyway. Yes. I don't believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just pause when you feel triggered, pause and look for that awareness of what's going on within you before you go on the attack to someone outside of you.
And we'd love to know how you self-validate and what you found to be a good way of doing this in your relationship. Have you learnt to do this in your relationship? Love to hear your comments.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on our relationship series.
Okay, see ya.